Hi, my name is Elise Gamble. I was raised in Texas and Utah. My hobbies include photography, music, and outdoor recreation. I teach third grade at a Title I school in Logan, Utah. For 2 years, I've taught the English side of a Spanish dual immersion school, and I'm fluent in Spanish. One strength is my use of data-driven instruction, and let me give you a little bit more detail. Instead of simply recording the total assessment scores and moving on, I carefully track student performance by concept into a self-made Excel sheet. Then I place students into 3 learning groups based off of their understanding of a concept. So proficient, almost proficient, and below proficient. Next, I work with the almost proficient group until they understand what is being taught. Then I go to the below proficient group and do the same thing. Finally, I review the data of the next concept and repeat the process. And this will continue until the students master all the concepts. The outcome of this data-driven approach is that learning has been accelerated for all of my students in all 3 of these groups. Another strength that I have is providing a safe learning environment by being consistent. Many students at Bridge Elementary have an unstable home environment, and school really is the only place that they feel safe or that they have stability. So I'm very consistent in following through with our class-made rules and school-wide rules, and this consistency fosters a greater trust between my students and myself because they know that the routines, the rules, and my behavior aren't going to change. Students feel safe when they know what is expected of them in the classroom and at school. I've found success in working with disadvantaged kids, and honestly, some of it simply comes down to spending extra time with the students and getting to know them and their home life and their interests. And the other part is taking personal time to find the students' interests and then adding it to the curriculum. For example, there's a student, and let's just call him Jay. He had a lot of problem behavior, and I would take time to play with him during recess and would often invite him and a friend to have lunch with me. In doing this, I learned that he loved skateboarding and snowboarding. One time I remember purposefully taking the extra time out of my day to find a comprehension article about skateboarding instead of a readily available one. And he was so engaged, and instead of interrupting the class, he was focused on his work. He then wrote me the sweetest note, and that was something he hadn't done before. In doing this with him and other students, I noticed that not only were they more engaged, but they felt extra happy and special. Putting in extra effort to communicate daily with parents whose children have problem behavior has been extremely successful. And although it takes up a lot of time, I'm willing to do it because I've found that there are positive results. Students quickly come to know that I will follow up with their parents regarding their behavior. This encourages them to try their best in school, knowing that there will be a natural negative or positive consequence both at their home and in school. I've learned a lot as an educator. I've learned that I have several strengths, such as how to use data to drive instruction and how to provide a safe environment through consistency. I've also found personal success in working with disadvantaged kids and daily communication with parents. Thank you so much for this opportunity to interview.